Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. So this is the new video of 2020. So first of all, Happy New Year to everyone which is watching this video and to everyone else which is not watching it. Anyway, I guess, I know it's a bit late, but I guess that it should still be January by the time you see this video, so I'm not too late. Still works. So what I'm gonna do today is it's not gonna be a very big video. It's gonna be pretty much of a quickie video, more to update what's going on here with the GS500. So today is painting day. I mean the first step of painting day. As you can see behind me, here is all the parts, maybe like this. Here are all the parts which I'm gonna paint today. Plus the wheels. Plus the wheels which are waiting here. So those two wheels here, not the one in the back, those two here. So yeah, and what's gonna go on it is first is a 2K white. I'm gonna let it dry for a week or more than this because it's winter, it's cold here and everything, and I really want to make sure that it's completely dry. Plus I'm not in a big hurry with this. So and then afterwards, while this is drying, I'm gonna be taking care of my ball door, which is dying underneath here, and yeah, rebuilding the rear brake which broke, and take care of that electrical problem and try to find out why it only runs on 2 cylinders. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. I can't wait for it, but I really want it to work because yeah, it has to be finished this year. It has to be done so that I can ride it. So yeah, so that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna get dressed. I'm gonna get the parts ready, the paint ready, and yeah. And once again, I update you once I'm starting painting. So see you soon. All right. So all the parts are in the box, all installed, as you can see. Ta-da! It's a bit tight in here. Okay, here are the wheels. They're all ready to paint. Of course, I'm going to be spraying a little bit of a primer, like a primer which I don't need to sand, on the bare metal parts to make sure that it grips properly. And yeah, and then paint over everything. It's quite tight in this box. Like I really have to be careful when I'm moving around, but I mean it should do. I just always paint one side and move it to the wall and then paint the other side to make sure I'm not sticking myself into the parts. Yeah, everything is prepared. So now I'm gonna mix my paint and get ready for this. As you see, I made all the box new, all filters are new. Well, James helped with that. Filters up there and all the foil is new because I had some problems before when I wanted to prime this part. I left my motocross in the box for a few months before, and then when I went to prime all of those parts, I had a lot of like silicone holes everywhere in the primer, and so I could not keep on doing it. I had to do it outside. But now I haven't tested it now since I just changed everything, so I really hope that this problem is gone. So I'll see, I'll be testing it, like mix a tiny bit of paint, maybe paint this little part here just to test it, and if I see that there's holes everywhere in the paint, then I'm gonna freak out. And then I can't keep on going, and I'll have to figure it out how to clean the paint box a bit better. And yeah, if it works, if I don't have those problems anymore, then I'm just gonna paint everything. So let's go, I'm gonna mix the paint. Okay, so as usual for those videos, this is now the next day again. Things did not go as well as I wanted them to go. As I mentioned before, I had that silicone holes problems, and so I've been spraying, just mixing a tiny little bit of 2K paint, and I did a little test on one small part and it was just full of holes. So I decided to just stop it there. I went home, I chilled, and actually now I came back the next day. So actually this is not the next day now, this is the next day. Anyway, so one day afterwards it just came back, emptied the complete box, put some foil on the ceiling, wiped the entire floor with wax and grease remover and everything. Just really tried to have the box as clean as possible. Then after this I had another little test panel, and I tried to spray the paint again on that little test panel, and it turned out to be really good. I had no holes, nothing, everything perfect. So I was super happy, put all the parts back in. Well, actually before that I cleaned them again super good. I even like went over and sand them a little bit one more time, and then cleaned them like 3 times to really make sure that they're 100% clean. I haven't taken the wheels in, so I thought I'm just gonna, if I have to mess it up on something, I don't want to mess it up on the wheels, because the wheels need to be pretty clean since I want to do the orange afterwards. So I thought I'm gonna take all the fairings, which are here now, and I'm gonna start with this. And if something has to go wrong with the fairings, yeah, that's just gonna be the way it is. So what happened then, since I was pretty confident, I decided to mix all the paint, like all the 2K, because I could not just keep on mixing just a little bit every time, and as soon as I will mix it all, I'll have maybe not enough or something. So I thought I'd just mix it all, I just go for it, and I paint. And then I started to paint the first part, which was this front fender here, and it turned out to be a disaster. It was just the same again. So many millions, like millions and millions of holes on it, and yeah, so I don't know. I freaked out. I was pretty angry. I really thought I'm just gonna stop it there, just abandon everything there, and just go home again, because I was so annoyed and really not looking forward to just deal with all of this again. But I thought, since I mixed all the paints, I don't really have enough, like, another option. You know, I'll just go for it. I just kept on painting. I sprayed everything, and everything turned out to be a disaster. The first coat was really bad. Then I decided, like, I left it for like 10 minutes to just dry a little bit. Then I went over it with a second coat, and it was actually already a bit better. Like, I'm still getting holes, like, when I'm spraying the second coat, which is a bit weird, you know. So it's just the surface which has some silicone on it, or which is greasy or whatever. It's just really, there's something in the air, there's something in a paint box. Like, whatever I spray right outside of the box, like, this is no problem at all. It's just really in that paint box. So I don't know if it's really from having the YZF in the paint box for a few weeks, but I'm not so sure, because now I did clean really everything, and I did already have like something like 3 to 4 bikes stored in that box for a much longer time, and even that YZF2, and I never had the problem afterwards. When I did the 750 paint job, I had zero problem like that. It was just, I don't know, I really don't understand what's going on here. I'm really gonna need to find out what's up, because I have quite a lot of things which I want to paint afterwards, and which needs to be clean. Like, this is not super important, but yeah, what's coming next is important. So I really have to, I don't know, to figure it out, because that is a big problem. So long story short, now I put 3 coats of the 2K white on all those parts. Turned out to be okay. I kind of closed all of the black holes, like the holes where you could still see the primer underneath. I ended up at the end just with a little roll tape, just getting drops of paint, and just like putting drops of paint in the rest of the little holes, to not have a black color when I'm going to sand it, to not have black dots. So let me show you how they turn out. It is really not my best paint job, I have to say, but at least it's all white. So I don't know if this is gonna show on camera. You can, no, not really. Here's a little drop. Oh, here are the holes. You can't really tell, huh? Okay, I don't think that you can really see on the camera. Maybe you can. I can't really tell right now. I don't think that you can see it on the video really. Maybe like that. I don't know. Whatever, I'm giving up. Yeah, I don't. It's just like there's still really a lot of holes. But at least they're all filled with paint, so everything is white now, which is okay. Now anyway, what I'm going to be doing afterwards, like, I'm going to let it dry for a few days, sorry. And then I'm just going to go over it and just wet sand it again. Be careful to not remove the white, but I'm going to wet sand it flat and really make sure, or try to make sure, that as many holes, or almost all the holes are just completely gone, completely flat. There should be enough for that 3 coats, because 2K is quite thick, so I hope that it's going to be okay. And even if it's not perfect, if I have black dots or whatever, which will happen for sure, this is not a big deal, because since I'm going to be doing like a black marker design, like doing the doodles on it, every time I see, like, if there's a black hole or something, a black dot or something, I can just draw over it. I can cover it with the drawings afterwards. So it's not the biggest deal, but it's for sure not good. And yeah, it's just the way it is. I'm gonna have to find a way to do the next things better, to not have all those holes anymore. I have to say, like, this is the second time that this happens. I started painting when I was 16. I'm 34 now, and I was painting on and off all those years, and I never had this except once, which was actually on the Bordeaux tank. But I knew the reason why. It was just that I did the same. Like I used 2K as a base color, let it dry, sand it. Then I did my design, that custom culture lettering on it with a airbrush, stencils and airbrush. And I had a little black dot in the white paint, and then I thought it's a good idea to just take some white paint from my airbrush and just cover it with the airbrush, which turned out to be good. It was all fixed, it was good, that black dot was gone. And when I went over and clear coated it, I had millions of silicone holes everywhere, and I did not really understand why. But then I read online, it's just the brand of airbrush paint which I used at that time was really none like for this problem. Like with the white color, it has different pigments, and this reacted, and many people had that silicone problems after using the white before clear coating. Yeah. So yeah, that was the reason. It was okay. I managed to fix it. But this time, then it never ever happened afterwards again. And this time, it's big time. Like I have no idea why this is like this, and it drives me crazy because I do not understand why. I don't understand. It's like I'm painting and someone is just like standing over my box and threw that filter up there, which is just like blowing fresh air, like just spraying some WD-40 or something, just fat, to just ruin it. I have no idea. So yeah, anyway, maybe it might be better now for the next paint job, since there's like white overspray everywhere and my floor is white and everything. So maybe it's just all sealed and maybe it won't happen or not as much. But I can't keep on taking the risk to ruin paint jobs, so I'm really gonna have to figure it out. Anyway, so yeah, that was not the coolest, most happy video of the year yet, but it's okay because it's just the first one, so there's a lot more to come. So I'm still happy that I managed to at least paint all of this. Still gonna have to do the wheels, but there's a paint shop up the street, and I'm gonna go in the next days and ask if I can just rent the paint box for like half an hour, get some paint, some more paint, and just do the wheels in the proper paint box. And yeah, we'll see. I might just, if I can't fix this, I might just do it like this for the next few things. And that's it. So at least I did this. I got this done. It's not perfect, but I'm gonna fix it. So it's still a little progress. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna stop the video here. Now I'm in the shop for a few hours. It's Saturday night. I'm gonna be going ahead on the Bordeaux like I planned. So I'm gonna fix my rear brake. If you haven't seen what happened to my rear brake, just go check the Bordeaux video. I can link it, what is it, here or there? I don't know, I'll see. And yeah, other than that, stay tuned if you want to see the rest, if you want to see more problems, if you want to know if I'm going to fix the box or not. I'll for sure talk about it in the next videos. And subscribe to the channel if you like what you see. And hit the bell so that you get notified the next time I post a new video. Happy New Year again, and a good morning, day, evening, I have no idea. See you next time, bye.